What is up YouTube? We're underleveled. My name is Taka and today I'm going to be going over stamina in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. So I'm looking at you, all you dual blade bow users. I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know about stamina in Sunbreak and putting to rest some age-old questions while I'm at it. Now, if you clicked on my video because you saw the thumbnail, 100% stamina reduction cost, you're thinking to yourself, that's not real, that can't be real, that's clickbaity. I used to think the same thing. Just bear with me, because I will go over everything in just a bit. And if you're enjoying Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak and the content we make for it, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So, being a bow main, stamina is extremely important to me. Stamina cost, stamina regen, they all contribute to my overall DPS. Now in this video, we're mainly going to be covering stamina cost because there is a lot of confusion about it. So what is the max amount you can cut your stamina cost by? Now a lot of people will say 50%. Other people will say, well yeah, in World it was 50%, but in Rise, they rised it to 75%. And before you roast me in the comments, I know very well that Rise is not a word. It was a pun. I was trying to be funny, whatever. So which is it? 50%? Or 75%. Actually, if we're talking about the total max percentage of a combination of skills that affect stamina cost, then yeah, it's actually 100%. Boo! Liar! Thumbs down! Liar! I'm gonna thumbs down this video. Pretzels! You suck. Okay, just settle down. Let me explain. It actually is 100%, but it actually isn't. There. Makes sense, right? Of course it doesn't. But let me explain. Alright, so here I am at the training grounds with good old Master Hojo. This is how much stamina a single charging sidestep costs with no constitution or any kind of stamina cost reducing buffs. You can kind of call this the full price, no sale discounts added. Then we're just going to keep adding levels of constitution until we hit the full 5 levels. That will give us our 50% off full cost. I tell ya, it's going to be like Amazon Prime Day. Now if you were to say, that's it, here's your 50%, that's the max. Anything after that, it won't have any effect. Well, that's where you'd be wrong. Alright, so here I have Constitution 5, and I drank a dash juice, which gives me an extra 25% to my stamina cost reduction. So, that means I'm at 75%, but will it do anything? So here is the side-by-side of 50% reduction and 75% reduction. You can see that it in fact does lower the cost even more. But you're thinking to yourself, well, that's far too little to be 75% of the full amount. And that's because it's not. Okay, well, what do you mean? Well, let's keep stacking the stamina reduction percentage, and it'll become very clear what's happening here. Alright, so from now on, I will be needing Cat's musical talent to help me out. Now, if I were to receive the Stamina Use Reduce Hunting Horn song, which temporarily cuts the cost by 50%, and I have Constitution level 3, that gives me 80%. And as you can see by this side-by-side, the cost of a single charging sidestep is again lowered, and it keeps going down. Now, let us use the Hunting Horn buff and Constitution 4, which will give us 90% cost reduction. There's no way, right? 90%? Well, as you can see, the cost actually does still go down. Now here's where things might get confusing because next, we're going to raise the reduction to 100%. So 100%, which means it shouldn't cost us anything to perform stamina draining moves. Well, no. Now we're going to turn it up to 100% by using the Hunting Horn buff and Constitution level 5. And as you can see, it does in fact lower the cost even more. But, I mean mathematically, 100% off of something is nothing. That's very true, except there is something happening here. Now I know, it sounds absolutely silly, because we all know basic math. It's like, if someone came up to you and was like, hey, you can have this Baja Blast for 100% off. You don't have to take out a calculator to know that this Baja Blast is going to be free. Except they say, yeah, this Baja Blast is 100% off, except you still have to pay 5 cents. What do you mean? Well, that's because you didn't read the fine print. So at the start of this video, I said that this was real, but it also isn't. This is what I meant. Alright, for the sake of this demonstration, we're just going to say that a move costs 100 stamina. With Constitution 5, that will give us 50% stamina cost reduction. So with the move costing 100 stamina, 50% or half now makes the cost of that move 50 stamina. Now, remember when I talked about that fine print? Well, here it is. Now 50% is the max. It's the max reduction from the base amount of 100. Did you get that? Which means any additional percentage you add from here on out will not deduct from the original amount of 100, but instead it's going to deduct from the new cost of that move. So what does that mean? So with Constitution 5, our new base cost is 50. Now with still having Constitution 5, if we were to add an additional 25%, it will reduce from our new 50 stamina base cost. So 25% of 50 will reduce the cost by 12.5. 25% or 1/4 of 50 is 12.5, making the new cost of the move 37.5 stamina. Now if we were to add an additional 25% again, that means we're adding a total of 50% onto the new base cost of 50. Remember, we still have Constitution 5, so our new base cost is 50. So 50% or half of 50 is 25. So with the 50% reduction from Constitution 5 and an additional 50% from our Hunting Horn song, our new cost for that single move went from costing 100 stamina to only costing 25 stamina. So with 100% total worth of stamina reducing skills and buffs, it cuts the cost by 75% off the whole original amount. So yes, 50% is the max that will be taken from the base amount before the game starts to reduce from the new half off cost. But 75% is the total final amount that you can possibly have off the original base amount. So does that make sense? No? Well, I'm sorry, I tried my best. Now, is it worth jumping through so many hoops to get 100% stamina reduction? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide. But you do have some options. Now, besides the Constitution skill, Dash Juice, and the Hunting Horn song, you can eat for Dango Fighter, which will give you 25% stamina reduction. But if you want to try your luck with the Hopping Skewers, you'll have 70% chance to get Dango Fighter level 4, which will give you 40% stamina reduction on your hunt. Now, while you're on your hunt, you can also seek out Endemic Life that will give you 25% stamina cost reduction. And finally, if your Palico has the skill Go Fight Win, upon activation, it'll give you an additional 25% stamina reduction. Now, while my Palico does use Go Fight Win very often in my hunts, I just personally prefer something more predictable. But again, it all depends on your preference and playstyle. Now, one question I see a lot is, what is the difference between Constitution and Marathon Runner? Now, while they do sound similar, they're actually very different. As you can see, Constitution affects stamina-dependent moves that have a fixed cost, such as dodge rolling, the bow's charge sidestep, and so on. Pretty much when you use a move and you see it take a chunk out of your stamina with each use, then Constitution helps with that. Now, Marathon Runner affects the actions that continuously deplete your stamina, such as running, climbing, charging your bow, and so on. Right here you can see the difference side by side. And finally, let's quickly touch on Stamina Recovery. Stamina Surge is a skill that increases the rate of your stamina recovery. This is pretty much straightforward. The more levels of Stamina Surge, the faster your stamina will recover. But there you have it, everything you need to know about stamina in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Now, I just want to say, if you made it all the way to the end, then I am absolutely amazed, and you are incredible. But I really do hope that this video helped you understand stamina in Monster Hunter Rise, and you're not leaving here more confused than you were before you started this video. But if this video did help you, then don't forget to hit that like button, as well as subscribe, and turning on the bell for notifications for more Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak content. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.